situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Patriot offense ready to go to work for the first time, and leading them out, their quarterback in his second year with New England at 11th overall, the former MVP Cam Newton.
And let's face it, the first year in New England for Cam Newton was kind of a mixed bag because he certainly showed flashes of his former self, especially when he carried the football. But there were also some stretches where, quite frankly, he was ineffective throwing it. But the Patriots and Cam both believe that with a full offseason program and a return to health, he can reclaim his position as one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And because of that belief, the Patriots added some pieces around him in order to give him a better chance. And Jacoby Myers made the team as an undrafted free agent, and he's one of the few holdovers from last year. And he was the most productive, led the team with 59 catches, wants to add a few more to his career total as this game moves on.
On first down, it's Newton. He'll check this one down to Michel. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him, a fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
The numbers for Tate in last week's game: 5 catches, 74 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Throwing again is Newton. Hunter Henry brings it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Newton to Henry there for a Patriot first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
From the red zone now, Newton. This is White on the screen. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Now it's Newton. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Now first down before he's brought down at the 3. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Newton now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Golden Tate, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Jets about set to go here on the offensive side for the first time. And leading them out, Charles, the number 2 overall pick in this April's draft. It's Zach Wilson out of BYU.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 16 carries, 67 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Wilson. Out right here to Herndon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
These two teams, Charles, the Jets and the Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually, and the Jets, they've got a new coach, new quarterback. And this rivalry, you feel like it could get very interesting again in a hurry.
Absolutely, because as we learned in 2020, it's no longer Tom Brady is guaranteed to win the division because he's no longer there. And we saw Buffalo take command in 2020. So this division, more open than it's been for the last 20 years or so.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Wilson. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now it's Wilson. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Pats, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now it's Wilson. Herndon's got it complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. His throw over the middle taken in by Cole. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On second and goal, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on third and goal? Wilson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense. Has a touchdown. On for the extra point is Folk. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second and 12, Wilson on the catch. It's Crowder. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. This guy's getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
On first down, it's Gurley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Wilson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Now Folk for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Wilson. They'll get this out to Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Wilson. Throw complete to Herndon. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep, Golden Tate. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits at the 7 but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And the Patriots added Nelson Aguilar in free agency, and he's going to be part of this rebuilt receiving core from a year ago. Really upped his value around the league with a solid season with the Raiders last year, increased his confidence, as well as having a career high in receiving yards.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michel. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Newton. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Carl Lawson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. It's the tight end Herndon with it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Wilson now off the bootleg. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one goes for 8 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson will drop this underneath to Gurley. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle, he's got Myers. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. And to the surprise of many, the New England Patriots made a huge splash in free agency. And on the first day, they added Hunter Henry from the Chargers. 5 years there, career-high 60 catches last year. He expects that number to go up in New England.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Newton to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd and short. To throw is Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sione Takitaki able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And New York set to take the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The pads at the line ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and that is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Completes it to Aguilar. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. Newton throwing again. And that
is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coach. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So here we go.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On 2nd down, Wilson. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And in Corey Davis's 4 years with Tennessee, he had his moments, but his best year was last year. Finished 16 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season and really started to look the part of a #1 receiver. He will really help Zach Wilson in his rookie year with the Jets.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff for Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Not much there, only a yard. Wilson.
Up to Davis, 1st down Jets.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A hit turned to 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Wilson finding Crowder there. 1st down, New York.
Here's Gurley. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They begin with Michel on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll run out of the gun with Michel, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Newton now to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Newton. Oh, Aguilar, what a catch. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 24 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And it's Michel once again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing is Newton. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Newton. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Newton. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Another carry for Michel on second down. And he powers his way up past the 30. New England on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Tate. And he will have a Patriots first down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give. This is Michel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the ground, this is Michel. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 40-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Oh, now a running play here with Smith.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Newton. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Newton.
He'll get this underneath to Michel. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Newton. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive, impressive performance.
Fulk connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes just...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Again, it's Michel. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
11 yards for number 11. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now it's Newton. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. On for the extra point is Folk. And he's been a busy man. Fox, another one through. That winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The New England defense gearing up to take the field. They've played excellent. Another stop here. That would just be the icing on the cake.
You definitely want to finish things off the way it's gone throughout the day, and it's gone awfully well for them. They don't want to give up any type of a fluke, any type of a big play here. That'll leave a bad taste in their mouth as they go in and celebrate.
Yeah, they want that good cake taste, right?
No doubt about it. That 6-layer cake.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson.
And that's complete to Davis.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Wilson. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon.
And rookie quarterbacks like Zach Wilson could really benefit from having a strong tight end, and the Jets are hopeful that Chris Herndon can accelerate his play. A nice catch there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage,